Prospect House is located in Mount Eden. It is surrounded by mature trees and Victorian villas with a lot of character, and it's within close proximity to Mangawhau, the local mountain in Mount Eden. The site is a very long, skinny site on a west to east axis. A key factor in the design of the home was really trying to connect the house and the site to the mountain. So the idea of creating or capturing views that looked both outwards to the community and the landscape beyond, but also creating internal views and creating a sense of our own haven here was really important. So it was quite important for us early on to choose a really simple material palette. We knew that we wanted timber paneling throughout, and that was what led us to the choice to use cedar, both on the exterior walls and the interior walls. But it was also really important to us to have stone. So the Luca Crazy Paving was chosen because it was such a good material to use from inside to outside. It has a warmth and tactility that was perfect for our project, and that it incorporated all the colours that we wanted to utilise. And then we chose the Pendle batten, which is a limestone batten, for the walling because it created a beautiful contrast. It felt a little bit more structured. We used it in a dry stack application, so kept it quite modular to keep a sense of order, I guess, to the interiors in contrast to the Luca Crazy Paving. Also the Novara Technifirma tiles in the bathrooms. This was a really durable stone, but it also incorporated all the colours for the rest of the material palette. We also chose the Nacra pool tiles around the pool. We really felt like we wanted a tiny little sense of a lift around the waterline, and that just provides not a sparkle, but just a lovely twinkle to the pool when the light hits it. A big part of the design was the memories that I held really dear to me of my grandparents' mid-century home. We wanted to create something similar that our kids could remember or have a similar feeling in, to capture that essence and to try and capture that ambience and that mood that that house had, but doing that in a contemporary way. So when you arrive at Prospect House, you actually come down a really long driveway, and we're on a rear site. And the idea of the home was to use the site in its entirety, although not all with building. We really felt we wanted to connect to the outdoor spaces, so the home lends itself to being connected to those spaces by way of courtyards. So you arrive in the sort of arrival courtyard. As you come into the home, you enter into a double height atrium space, and this is one of the key areas where we're able to bring light into the home from high up. And that allows the adjoining spaces all a sense of ease and connection with the light that comes in through there. You're met with a carpeted stair right in front of you and an indoor garden underneath that draws your eye out to the garden beyond. You come into the living space, which is connected on the easterly side of the house to views of the mountain, which is a lovely place to spend time in the morning. On the westerly side, that's also connected by a gallery that takes you down to the living area for the kids. When we were talking about the design for the house, we had younger kids at the time, and so the idea of having them such a long way away was quite an interesting topic of discussion. But as it turns out, now that they're teenagers, it's great. Everyone has their own space, and it feels like we all are fully connected within the home. The most loved space of our project is probably the internal courtyard. Even though we really enjoy our connection to Mangawhau and the mountain and the surrounding landscape, we also really love the fact that we've created a small outlook within our home, both outside but inside. It opens up to the indoor spaces really easily, a space that we love to share. Most proud, I think, of creating a family home that feels warm and ambient and easy to live in. Obviously, it's a huge undertaking to do your own design. You do take risks and you do question yourself throughout the journey. But pulling things all together and creating a space that feels warm and textural and is beautiful to live in is probably what we feel most happy about being here.